what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is the August 2020 love prediction. This is your monthly prediction for the month of August for your love life. I'm very excited for this video. If you guys are new to pick a card readings, I'm going to give you guys a quick little rundown of how they work. So over here we have pile number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can take a moment, pause the video if you'd like to find the pile that you're the most called towards, the most drawn towards, and then once you're done choosing, you can scroll down to the comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card, so that you can skip ahead and watch your personal reading. If you guys like to choose with crystals, I'll be popping some crystals on there in just a moment, but I do also want to answer a question that gets asked a ton in my comment box lately. So if you guys get a reading and you guys really enjoy it, then that is great. But if you guys get a reading and you don't like the outcome, just know that these readings go based off of the current energy that you are attracting. So if it does resonate with you and maybe you're wanting to change up a few things, that's fine. We have free will. You can change up anything. So the good thing about readings is you can find out what the current energy is that you're heading towards, and then you can deliberately choose a new path by just law of attraction, focusing your energy somewhere else, that kind of jazz. So I did want to point that out. None of this is set in stone, although if it is a good reading, then just keep heading on in that direction and it will come true and it will come to fruition for you. So that is that. With that being said, let's pop some crystals below these cards. All right, so if you beautiful babies like to choose with crystals, here are our crystal options. Over here we have a stone called Sacred 7, then this is Labradorite, then this is some blue obsidian, then this is some lapis lazuli, and then this over here is Himalayan quartz. So pick and choose your piles, and then again scroll down to that comment box or the description box to find the timestamp that's linked to your specific card. Skip ahead to your personal reading, and then there you have it. So without further ado, let's hop right into today's pick a card reading, starting now. All right, so group number 1, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your August love prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group number 1, here is what we have for you guys. We have the 2 of Cups being reversed, then we have the 6 of Cups being reversed, then we have Justice being reversed, and then over here we have the Hierophant upright. So let's get into what all of this means. First off, I'm really getting a vibe from this, so I'm gonna ask you guys a question right now. Are you still hung up on an ex? If not, maybe you have an ex that's still very much hung up on you. If you don't have an ex, maybe you're daydreaming about something or someone from your past that maybe is not feeling the same way, but somehow there's some kind of like mixed up emotions over here when we have 2 of Cups being reversed. This is kind of signifying that there was a breakup or an ending, or maybe you're feeling like you're not really meeting the same wavelength as your lover anymore. You guys are kind of like button heads, or you're not really on the same path anymore. You've kind of like either outgrown each other, or you know, all that kind of stuff. So maybe you have an ex, or maybe just your current relationship isn't really going in the most optimal direction anymore, and you're feeling kind of weary about it. And then with the 6 of Cups being reversed over here, this is again kind of reminiscing about the past, reminiscing about the way things used to be, longing for something different. We're kind of hung up on something, or maybe we're even hung up on the on a certain person and we're having a hard time letting go of them. Even if you guys feel like you're moved on from this, internally, maybe there's a little bit of you that's still clinging on, or maybe there's some certain energies that are still following you around, or maybe an ex is kind of like not really leaving you alone. Even if maybe you've moved on, maybe your ex is kind of like really trying to hit you up all the time. Or yeah, it's you guys that are feeling this sort of like clingy energy towards the past, kind of trying to reignite something that was there, or again, you have an ex that's trying to do that to you. And then with Justice being reversed, this tells me that the karma has not yet been completed in this area. And so the whole reason why this is reoccurring, the whole reason why this is coming back in, is because there's unfinished business here. There's still closure that needs to be had. There's still like cutting of ties that needs to be done. There's still some things that have been left unsaid when we have Justice being reversed. Something hasn't been justified quite yet. Some certain actions haven't been fully revealed, and so there's still this like energy that feels like it's not fully been completed. Like the flame hasn't fully burnt out yet. And so there's still things that need to be said and done and hashed out. And there's a little bit of karma that's still left in there that needs to be dealt with. And the way that we deal with karma is, of course, speaking it out, speaking our truth, letting the truest feelings out, and completing those cycles. And then with Hierophant over here, I do feel like you guys are going to have this spiritual awakening in the month of August, where I feel like you guys just kind of feel like you've ascended above all of this. I do feel like there's going to come like an end to this, where you guys are just going to feel so much better. There's like this relief that's coming in near the end of August. So definitely keep that in mind over here. And I'm also kind of getting, with this Leo, you might be feeling a little bit unconfident, a little bit insecure in the beginning of August. Maybe there's certain feelings that you really feel like you're kind of scared to let out. Scared to let out. There's certain things about the past that you really feel like you need to get off your chest, certain things that you really need to say. Hierophant is also when we kind of observe weddings happening, or we observe a lot of other people, getting married or getting engaged or getting in a relationship or having a baby, stuff like that. And so with the Six of Cups and the Hierophant, I do feel like you guys might be on social media a bit, and you might notice that a ton of the people that you used to know or used to hang out with, or maybe even somebody close to you, might be getting engaged or into a new relationship, or maybe even getting married in the month of August. And you might be looking at them being like, wow, you know what? I really want to manifest that. And it might kind of bring you back into, feeling like, okay, I got this. I can do this for myself. I do feel like August is ending on a good note. Although like the beginning of August, I really feel like you're dealing with like old relationship-y stuff that needs to be kind of like bubbled up to the surface, basically. So the next two cards that we have over here, we have Telepathy and Sisterhood. So, ooh, this is kind of fun. So Telepathy over here, I do feel like there is this kind of communication with you and an ex over here, and we do have this heart coming through. And so I do feel like this is with a past lover, and I do feel like there is still this like cord connection between you two. And I do feel like one of you is longing for the other and really feeling the need to like make this work out, and the other one's kind of feeling it and maybe feeling even a little bit pushed away because of it. Because right now I feel like one person really wants freedom and one person really wants the relationship. And so there is kind of this like dualistic quality, and I feel like you guys are still feeling off of each other. And I feel like the whole reason why this is still at play is because, again, you guys have this energetic tie between you two, which is why we have this Telepathy card. And then with Sisterhood over here, I do feel like, again, I feel like you're gonna know some people that are either getting married, engaged, or getting into a relationship this month. And also with Sisterhood, I do feel like maybe this certain person, maybe an ex, really looks at you as a friend now, and they see you honestly even closer than a friend, but they don't really feel a relationship anymore. So one of you guys isn't really feeling a relationship anymore, but you feel so inevitably close to this person. Like there is this huge cord connection. This person still really loves you, but they don't feel like having a relationship anymore. I'm also getting that as well. Sisterhood, this is also letting me know that now is a time to really hang out with friends in the month of August. So your love life is going to be more along the lines of friends during the month of August. You might end up talking to somebody when we have these cards. Telepathy also talks about social media. So again, someone might be really looking at your socials. Maybe you're stalking someone's socials. But also I do feel like via social, you're going to notice all of these other people that are moving on with their life and getting into relationships and things like that. So yes, definitely getting a lot of that energy. Also, I have a ton of ants in my house lately because living by the beach, there's ants everywhere. So I'm just going to push him to the side. He'll be okay over there. Anyway, yes. And then also with Sisterhood, I do feel like you're going to be swimming into a deeper ocean. There's more fish in the sea, all these fish are flowing in the background. So I do feel like by the end of August, you're really going to realize that you have more options than just one person. There's no point in getting hung up over one person, nor should they get overly hung up about you, because there's more fish in the sea. And if one of you isn't on the same page anymore, then obviously that's just not something that's going to work out in the long term anymore. The next three cards that we have for you guys, we have Sacred Sexuality, the Sovereign, and Ascension. So, okay, this is quite fun. So Sacred Sexuality, I do feel like, you guys are very attractive. And whether you believe that or not, I know some of you guys in the comment box are going to be like, oh, yeah, right. But I do feel like you have a very magnetic energy about you. So I do feel like it might be you guys watching this that has like an ex that's very after you. And I think it's because they just, they really like your energy. You have a good energy, you guys. So I do see even possibly, reminiscing about the past, but I do feel like someone is very drawn to your energy, might be via social media. So even if you guys are hung up over someone, I do feel like there's someone else that's really starting to look at your social media. They're very drawn to you. You do have a very magnetic quality. Sacred sexuality does mean that you have a very attractive magnetic quality. And I do feel like you guys have some sort of like secret admirer, okay? So when we have like telepathy and sacred sexuality, you do have this magnetic attraction, and there is a secret admirer of you via your socials. Then the sovereign over here, I do feel like, you guys you're ready to make amends with one of your exes. You are ready to kind of just like be friends at this point. You're like, okay, and it's almost like you guys are really accepting this new kind of like stage in the old relationship that you guys have had, and you're kind of ready to just sort of surrender to that. And I do also see you guys, really making peace during the month of August with somebody. Then we do also have ascension over here. So again, I do feel like you guys are, observing a lot of people taken the next step in their lives. I do feel like it's going to really inspire you as well. And I also feel like you are going to start to raise your energy, raise your vibration by the end of August. Because again, in the beginning, it feels like we're kind of dealing with some stuff from the past. And so, that keeps our energy stuck in the past. But then I do feel like during the end of August, after making peace and after figuring stuff out, finding the balance of that, I feel like you guys are going to really start to raise your vibration. You're really going to get back into your own groove, into your own energy. I feel like you're going to start to see friends a lot more, and they're going to really help you raise your vibe and things like that. The next three cards that we have over here, we have Moon, Soul, we have Fifth House of Creativity, and we have Pluto of Transformation. So where should I place these cards? We're going to go over here. So we have Moon, Soul, Fifth House, Creativity. I'm going to start by talking about these two first. So Moon, Soul, I do feel like there's a lot that you need to get off of your chest with this Moon card. I do feel like your psychic senses are going to be really high. I do feel like you're going to feel a lot of telepathic things from, an ex of yours. I feel like you're almost going to be able to really feel into that energy of what they're feeling. I feel like both of you are almost on the same page, but maybe one of you isn't accepting it at first. But I do feel like you both feel deep within that this is kind of like over and done with. Then with this Fifth House of Creativity over here, this is again kind of letting me know that you guys do have this very magnetic attraction about you. I feel like you guys are this blooming rose that everyone wants to, pluck from the ground. They're like, ooh, that's a beauty. So again, I do feel like you are having like this very magnetic attraction where people are going to really want to be around you. Also, this creativity is very fun. I do feel like you guys, again, are raising your vibration. As long as you can step into your own creativity afterwards and really get into your own groove and your own vibe, I feel like the creative energy is going to be very high. And I also feel like you guys are going to have multiple options of people that are, eligible people that really want to, get your number. They really want to slide into those DMs. I feel like there's a lot of people that, again, are watching you, and they really like your energy, and they're really interested in talking with you. Then we also do have the Pluto transformation card. So this card right here, this talks about the fact that we are, closing one chapter, opening up a new one. So I do feel like, again, you guys are kind of going through a bit of a loss, a bit of a let go during the beginning of August. This could even be with a very close friend if you guys are like married or something like that. Maybe it's just with a close friend, or, I feel for most of you, though, this is kind of letting go of somebody that you were seeing for a while, letting go of an ex, closing that chapter with that ex, and then finally like fully stepping into this new world where, yes, you guys are single, but the creativity gets higher, and I feel like you guys are going to feel like you're set free. I feel like this old relationship has been weighing you down. It's been dragging you down. It hasn't been serving your highest good anymore. Not that they were a bad person, but it's just, I really feel like your time is done with each other. You've kind of served the purpose that you two were supposed to serve in each other's lives, and now it's kind of time to move forward and on from that. So that is what I'm seeing over here with transformation. I do see you guys kind of coming in. Also, another beautiful thing about Pluto, we do have the master number 11 over here, and that usually deals with we're learning a lot, we're ascending a lot. But the other thing that I wanted to say about Pluto is that Pluto's the planet of major loss, but also major blessings. And so, yes, I do feel like in the month of August, you might be losing something, but at the same time, it's going to be replaced by something that's even better. Anytime Pluto comes around and takes things away from our lives, it only ever takes away things that are no longer working for us, that are no longer serving our highest good. It only ever takes away things that are bland and boring. It's almost like if you guys had like a cup of water, for example, like a cup of water, and you drank all of the water out of it, but you had this incredible attachment to the cup, and then your mom is there. Like, imagine you being a toddler and you're like, I love my cup. It is so nice. It gave me all the water that I loved, but now it's an empty cup, and of course you're going to need a new cup. You're going to need to fill it with new water, and then your mom is there trying to take away your cup, and she's like, let's put it in the dishwasher. It is time to let it go, honey. We need to renew it. It's time. You've drinking all the water. Every last drop is drunk. We got to take it away and put it in the dishwasher, and you're just like, no, I love the cup. I'm going to miss it. But then at the same time, you get this new cup, and maybe it's like a unicorn cup or something like that, or maybe it's like an iridescent cup, you know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, this is even better. I wish I let go of that thing even sooner. Just kidding. It did serve its purpose. It did hydrate you in all of these good ways, but now it is time to let it go and then allow Pluto to bring in the brand new blessings that can now fill that space, because you finally freed up your hands of holding on to the old cup. Now you can make, oops, totally hit my camera. Now you can make way for your beautiful unicorn cup. All right, the last two cards that we have here for you guys, we have Sacred Revolution and we have Power. So again, you guys are going through this huge revolution where you guys are changing up a lot about your life. We have a lot of kind of red sort of colors over here, and this makes me really think about the root chakra. And so I feel like you guys are uprooting yourselves because you're really kind of letting go of something that you were really tied to, that you were really rooted in, something that was a big part of your life. But now it's time for a sacred revolution. It is time to revolutionize your life. Go through, oh my gosh, I keep hitting my camera. Apparently I have a lot of energy today. But it's time to go through the transformation of Pluto. I don't know what the spiritual significance of me hitting my camera is right now. Maybe it's like a little bit of a wake-up call for you guys. Like, hello, listen to this part. This is really important. It's time for you to transform. I feel like it's kind of like an awakening. So definitely pay attention to that, because it's not very often that I ever bump my camera, and it's happened twice now. So then our last card over here is Power. I feel like you guys are going to be really stepping into your power. I feel like you guys have been kind of on autopilot for a little bit, kind of like being with this person. Not that they were a bad person again, but I just feel like the reason why they came into your life has been completed. It's been completed, and now it's kind of just stale a little bit. And I feel like when you finally let them go, again, you're ascending, and you're really finally going to step into your truest power. I feel like all of a sudden manifesting is going to come easy. I feel like all of a sudden your dreams are going to start to blossom into life, and you guys are going to be able to really start to fulfill those and see the magic happening within your life. So that is what I see for you guys. Pile number one, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so my pile number two, babies, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your August love prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so group number two, this is what we have for you guys. We have the Sun upright over here, then we have the Five of Swords being reversed, then we have the Tower being reversed, which is actually, these two cards being reversed is fantastico. And then we have the Lovers being reversed. So what does all of this mean, pile number two? So first off, we have the Sun over here. Things are gonna start to get illuminated in your love life, especially when it's next to the Five of Swords being reversed. I feel like someone is going to come to you with some news. I feel like someone's gonna be apologizing to you in the month of August. And so this could be an ex, this could be a current lover, maybe even a friendship, but I do feel like someone's going to come through and apologize to you and start to reveal a little bit of their deeper feelings, a bit of their deeper experiences, deeper explanations for things. I do feel like someone is apologizing to you and kind of coming to their own. Maybe even you are going to start reflecting on something that you have done in the past, and you're going to feel the need to apologize to someone about something from the past, and you're going to feel kind of like a bit more enlightened. I feel like you guys are reaching a more optimistic state during the beginning of August, and I feel like you guys are just going to be like, you know what? I'm starting to feel good. and I'm going to start to feel illuminated. I feel like there's this good energy surrounding this, especially in terms of apologies, sorries, or you feeling the need or want or desire to say that to somebody else. I feel like it's going to be surrounded by a lot of good energy, Gucci stuff like that. And then when it is next to the Tower being reversed, I feel like this is something about like rebuilding something, or acknowledging that something maybe broke in the past and kind of trying to get a clean slate. I feel like this is kind of like coming back to a clean slate, but it all is revolving around apologies. It's revolving around acceptance. It's revolving around, you know, accepting the way the new circumstances, because something recently did fall apart when we have the Tower being reversed. It has already fallen apart. I don't feel like it's going to be falling apart in August. I feel like whatever I'm talking about right now, you guys will already know what this is, and you'll be like, oh yeah, that thing happened. I do feel like it's reaching more resolution, and I feel like there's going to be light at the end of this tunnel. Although when we have the Lovers being reversed, I do feel like if this is talking about a relationship, I don't really see getting back together. I see rectifying things. I see making peace, but I also feel like one of you is just really not coming back down to the same level anymore. I feel like, you know, someone's a little bit kind of over it. They're a bit moved on. I feel like there's this moving on energy, but I also feel like there's a lot of good light surrounding this. This is very similar to pile number 1, so I don't know if you guys were debating between pile number 1 or 2 in the beginning, because this is almost the same sort of like vibe that's happening over here. So interesting stuff. Let me see if I'm missing anything over here. So I feel like one of you still feels like you're falling a little bit. I feel like either you or the other person still feels like things are a little bit out of control, and I feel like this is why the apologies are coming in. But I do feel like there's a lot of letting go. This, to me, this guy falling over here, I'm just getting these words in my head of let go. It is time to let go. It is time to be free. Again, Lovers upside down just talks about, I feel like, there isn't kind of like meeting face to face anymore. Not necessarily not meeting face to face, but what I mean is like energetically. I feel like there's a little bit of a disconnect now. Although, yeah, the Sun card means that everything's all good. There's nothing actually to worry about here. Anytime the Sun comes up in a reading, whether it's upright or reversed, but you guys have it upright, so it's even better, it always adds beautiful light to any reading, meaning that even though you're going through this is the best possible route. You guys are on the best route. Whether you guys are feeling bad about this or not, whether it's got you down or not, you're actually on the right path here, interestingly enough. You guys are literally doing the right thing by letting go and rectifying this and making everything like happy again. I do feel like there's this happy energy that's coming in, and everything's gonna be fine. I almost see this as maybe even like a slight friendship, although when the Lovers is reversed, it might not even be friendship anymore, but somehow there's this beautiful forgiveness, there's this beautiful acceptance, and there's this like we wish each other the absolute best type of feeling. And so this could be a friendship, it could be a romantic partnership, could be any of the above, but I do see, again, like lots of apologies, stuff like that. Our next 2 cards that we have over here, we have Song of the Siren, the call, summoning voice to acknowledge. Then we have receptivity, allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. Ooh, okay, these cards are very powerful coming in here. So we're gonna start off with this one, Song of the Siren. So I do feel like there's going to be a lot of talking when we have this, of course, because this is utilizing the throat chakra, Song of the Siren, acknowledging things like I was saying. So I do feel like there's going to be like sorries happening. I said that in such a Canadian way right now. I don't know if you guys noticed the way I just said sorry. It was like sorry. My Canadian accent is slipping through. For some reason, I only have a Canadian accent on the word sorry. That's the only word. Or actually, I also have it on the word bag, except I said it right at that point, but sometimes I say it like beg. But anyway, I don't know. Weird accents coming through. To call, summoning, voice, acknowledge. I do feel like there's going to be a lot of acknowledgements, a lot of sorries, and a lot of talking and stuff like that. And then receptivity over here. So allow yourself to receive and allow yourself to give. So I do feel like there's going to be coming back to a beautiful balance over here. I do feel like, you know, both of you are going to be able to really like come to a good conclusion where you two just feel like everything's fair. Everything worked out the way that it was supposed to be. I do feel like there's just going to be this like balance, this fairness. And I feel like both of you are going to be open towards talking. I don't think you have too much to worry about as long as you approach it with love and light. Again, I do feel like the result is going to be love and light. So everything's going to be totally fine there. The next two cards that we have over here, we have compassion, we have strength, and we have the creator. So starting off with passion over here, or compassion, I should say. This card, I do feel like, again, the situation is going to be handled very well. Love and light. There's a lot of compassion here. I feel like there's going to be a lot of understanding. I don't feel like you guys are going to have to worry too much about anything. There's like a weird noise coming from outside right now. I don't even know what that is. Hopefully it's not too distracting. Then we have this strength card right here. So this is letting me know that, again, I feel like you guys have both been through a lot. Anyway, this strength card, I do feel like you guys have been through a lot. I also feel like this whole situation is going to make you a lot stronger, and I feel like you're going to come out of it with a lot of motivation. I can almost see you guys leaving this situation being this like really strong, like motivated person that has a lot of like momentum behind them. So whatever you guys choose to do with your future, I feel like there's going to be a ton of momentum following you wherever you choose to look and wherever you choose to go. So I do see you as this like beautiful orca over here. And you're just gonna have a lot of momentum to go into the future. And then we also do have the creator. And so this momentum is really gonna push you into creating your future. So honestly, this is gonna end up being one of the best things that ever happened to you over here. So as you go through this is actually going to end up being one of the best things. So whether you guys have hurt feelings over it or not, whether you wanted this to happen or not, I promise you it's going to give you so much momentum to push you into your future, because this orca is literally like swimming up here towards the creator. And I feel like you guys are almost holding the magic wand at this point, where you guys are like, wait a minute, I have a ton of energy. I have a lot more time on my hands because I'm not having to give my energy towards this relationship anymore. So it's going to free you up on your time, and I feel like you guys are going to get a ton of motivation to just go towards like creating your future and making it the best possible future ever. And so I'm definitely seeing a lot of that for you. So again, I do see some sort of relationship ending, whether it be a romantic or a friendship. That'll be up to you guys to find out, because again, it is a general reading. The next three cards that we have over here, we have Gemini, I think. Then we have the 11th house of friends, interesting. And then we have the 3rd house of messages, which is ruled by Gemini. So we have a lot of air signs over here. So just to confirm for you guys, maybe you guys are an air sign, or the person that is involved in this is going to be an air sign, which is Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Most likely Gemini, since we have the Gemini and the 3rd house, or maybe even Aquarius since we have the 11th house over here. But a lot of Gemini energy in this pile. So with the Gemini card over here, again, I do feel like there's going to be a lot of communication between you both. I feel like you two are still going to be talking. Even after this is over, I feel like you two will still kind of like have some sort of connection, essentially. And so definitely keep that in mind. I don't feel like you guys are going to fully split apart. I do feel like you guys are going to be talking quite a bit, especially since we also have the 3rd house of messages. This is, again, also ruled by Gemini. I feel like you guys are still going to be texting. You guys are still going to be involved in each other's life. Like, ooh, look what I've accomplished. Look what I've done. But again, I do feel like, again, it remains as friends. So if this is talking about a lover that you guys are ending things with, I do feel like you guys are staying friends. And if this is a friendship, maybe, or something like that, I do feel like you guys are going to be sort of rectifying it, still talking and stuff, but maybe just not seeing each other as much, or the dynamic is going to shift a little bit. So definitely keep that in mind for you guys. And moving on to our last two cards. We have integrity over here, and then we have sacred pleasure. And so integrity, I do feel like the reason why you guys are staying friends is because I don't feel like you guys really had like a bad falling out, but I do feel like there's some feelings that really need to be said. Or maybe there even was a like a bad falling out, but either way, I feel like you guys both have this strong integrity to just be like, you know what? I still enjoy you as a person. We didn't work out in a relationship, but I still really enjoy you as a person. So again, I do feel like this card is signifying once again, that you guys are going to kind of remain in each other's lives. But then we do also have sacred pleasure over here. So I do feel like you're going to kind of open up what you are excited about. You're going to open up more doors to what you are passionate about. I feel like passion's just going to be pouring in. Also, I don't know. Personally, I don't believe in being friends with benefits, but if that's something that you guys are going towards whenever we have sacred pleasure coming up, as well as like all of these friend cards, I guess that's always a possibility, but it's not really something that I condone, but it might be coming up the cards. If it resonates with you, then to each their own. It is coming up, so that just might be something that, whatever. You guys will have to figure it out for yourselves. But also with sacred pleasure, this could also just mean, for the most part, it will mean that you guys are going to follow suit into deeper passions of yours. You're going to get more into alignment with your passions. You're going to be feeling out those passions a lot more. And again, kind of going more to create your own reality. I do feel like also you guys might meet new friends as well in the month of August. And so part of your love prediction is I do feel like you guys are going to be going out a lot more. And I do feel like you guys might make a new friend when you're out, when I have these cards over here. So I do feel like you guys are possibly going to make a new friend in the month of August, someone that you're really excited about meeting and someone that you feel like you can really connect to. I feel like you guys are going to connect quite a lot with this new friend that you guys will be making in the month of August. So that is what I see for you guys. Pile number 2. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. All right, so pile number 3, if you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your August love prediction. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. All right, pile number 3, wowza. We have 3 major arcana cards and then the Ace of Cups. This is a big time energy type of pile. So we start off with the Death card upright, then we have the Artist upright, and then we have the Ace of Cups upright, but then we have the Star reverse, but that's fine. We'll get into that. These cards are all great. That's all I can say right now. First question for you guys. Have you been manifesting to attract love into your life, or maybe something very passionate? Because the Artist over here is kind of looking like he's scripting or something. So I do feel like if you guys have been trying to manifest love, or trying to script for love, or trying to, you know, kind of manifest some new things into your life, new endeavors, new things, whatever you're trying to manifest, doesn't even matter at this point. I do see that you guys are going to be receiving a lot of those manifestations in the month of August. So first off, because of all of your scripting and stuff, we do start off with this Death card. The Death card is actually one of my favorite cards in all of tarot, as it signifies we're creating massive change, and the only way to change our reality is to go through change. And so if there's anything that you want to manifest into your life, it requires changing up the current states that we're in. And so the Death card signifies that yes, we are going through massive change. There's going to be huge shifts in the month of August for you guys. So maybe you're letting go of some old things, maybe you're letting go of an old job, maybe you guys are going to be inspired to start a new job, or maybe start a new way of life. Maybe you guys are changing up your morning routines because you're like, I just want to do something different. I want to manifest something different. Whatever you guys are doing, I do feel like you guys are creating some massive change, and you guys are really ready for change, and you're embracing that change. And then with the Artist over here, I feel like it's a very creative month in the month of August for you guys. I do feel like your life is going to look a little bit like a fairy tale in the month of August when we have these cards, because with the Artist over here, it's like you guys are painting your own reality. And so just so you guys know, in the month of August, and this goes with any month out of the year, whenever you guys can manifest your dream reality. Although I feel like for you guys, whatever path that you've been on, whatever new things that you're implementing into your life, whether that be law of attraction, scripting, doing any sort of like magical stuff, it is paying off for you. I feel like you guys are really stepping into that quantum field of unlimited possibility, where you guys are taking that blank canvas and you're just like, okay, time to paint out the exact life that I want. So I really feel like you guys are going to start to do that in the month of August, and I feel like it's going to start to really show in the month of August. So whether you guys have been doing it for a little while or not now, wow, is it ever coming to fruition in the month of August, you guys. And so in terms of love, I feel like you're going to start to attract somebody. So if you guys are single, you are absolutely attracting somebody into your life. If you're in a relationship, I feel like things are going to like refresh themselves. They're going to go through some sort of refresher where you guys are changing up your lives and changing up your routines and stuff like that. But if you guys are single, it's like literally, I feel like this new person is literally being handed to you. They're popping up into your life. I feel like those manifestations that you've been writing are paying off. And if you haven't written any manifestations yet, I highly recommend writing some manifestations, because it really looks like whatever you guys try to do this month, it is just going to like come out of nowhere for you guys and just pop up into your life. So I highly recommend manifesting if you guys haven't tried to yet, because wow, is it ever just like popping in over here. With the star over here, I do feel like there's someone that's going to be a little bit upset about you moving on so quickly, or even yourself. Maybe you're going to feel like, oh, is this too good to be true? I feel like there's some self-doubts that are going to get in the way a little bit once you start to really bring in all of these new opportunities and these new things. I feel like your life is going to really embark on looking like a fairy tale at first, and I do feel like you guys might struggle with a little bit of doubt there on after. Like, I feel like this new person's going to come in, and then it might bring up a little bit of insecurities for you, where you're like, wow, is this too good to be true? Am I all of a sudden in a Disney film? I don't really know. So I do want you guys to know, when this card comes up, this does show us that we're on the bridge, okay? So we've started manifesting, we're walking on this bridge to our new life, we're on the bridge, but then we're like, wow, and we start to get a glimpse of what, you know, we're bringing into our life, and sometimes we can get doubtful, like, do I really deserve this? Is this really like all mine? And that's like the ego trying to pull us back into what we're used to, trying to pull us back into the norm. But if you guys want to accept this change, if you guys want to accept this fairy tale reality, you can, but you're going to need to look at it in a way of, yes, you do deserve it, honey. You deserve it. And it is possible to keep it. It's not too good to be true. It is so possible to just stay in that high vibe frequency and have all of the best things happening to you in the month of August. It is okay to accept that. Don't let any of these self-doubts get in the way. It is time to take hold of your new life and of these new manifestations. It's literally like the universe is handing you exactly what you asked for. So don't let self-doubts get in the way. I do feel like in the month of August, the universe is literally handing you your exact wishes. It's up to you whether or not you take it. It's up to you whether or not you feel worthy for it. Up to you whether or not you feel like guilty about it or not. But just so you know, you should not feel guilty about it. It is absolutely fine to be taking that cup. It's literally handcrafted just for you. So it's time to take it. So I do feel like new love is coming in. I feel like a bunch of manifestations, in fact, are coming in. I know this reading is specifically about love, but for some reason I'm just really feeling like, whew, there's a ton of things that are going to be changing up for you, a ton of new things that are entering in your life. Creativity is just going to be so high. I almost feel like something that you guys have really been wishing for is going to finally come true, something that you guys have been working on pretty hard. Then our next two cards, we have, ooh, the unseen. Too much is hidden from you. That's interesting. And then we have the present, gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. And so this is interesting. I had this card pop up for me last night, as well as the Ace of Cups. It was like very weird. Didn't know what that signified. It's funny, it's popping up in this reading too, with those cards here. But the unseen, too much is hidden from you. So with this right now, it could be that, you know, you guys are manifesting from your old way of being, and there could be some stuff that you don't even realize is manifesting right now. And I don't mean this in a bad way. I actually mean this in a really good way, because we have really good cards over here. But what you guys need to watch out for is the star, because this almost reminds me of the star being reversed. So make sure that you meditate, that you bring up that self-worth, that you bring up that self-confidence. And anytime you have doubts, just say no to those doubts. Be like, no room for you here. No room for these dark, dingy thoughts about maybe I belong in my past. Don't let your past creep up on you and pull you back in via guilt or via comfort. Don't allow the past to pull you back there. You don't want to be there no more. Be in the present, you guys. Be in the present. Don't be in the past. Be in the present. Gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. If you be in the now, I really feel like a bunch of gifts and a bunch of treasure is just going to be popping in your life. Like out of nowhere, just bam. So keep that in mind for the month of August, you guys. I do feel like a bunch of new opportunities are coming in. If you guys are in a relationship, this can also signify pregnancy as well. So definitely keep an eye out for that if that's something that you guys are actually trying for. If not, of course, it does not mean pregnancy, but it can signify pregnancy, or maybe someone else in the family is giving birth, or maybe one of your friends is getting pregnant or giving birth or something like that. But it can signify those different things as well. So definitely keep that in mind. And then our next 3 cards, we have Dare to Dream, we have the Alchemist, and we have Ask Body. Dare to dream, the artist. What do you want to create in your reality? What do you want that stork to fly in and hand to you? Again, I feel like this image is almost like the Ace of Cups. We have this hand with this gift that's just, it's made for you. It's truly being made for you. I feel like you guys might have the chance of meeting your soulmate in the month of August, or something along the lines of that, or at least a relationship that's going to be very significant for you. If it's not a soulmate, it's just at the very least a relationship that's going to be very significant to you. Then we have the Alchemist. You are literally transforming your entire reality. It's like you're weaving the fabric of the universe in your favor. You're taking this old energy, this past energy, you're shifting it to something new to be in the present moment, your dream reality. And so the alchemy of this is like you're literally taking base metals and turning them into gold, essentially, which is like a metaphor for taking, base chakra to the highest chakra. It's like Kundalini magic and stuff like that. So, whew. You guys are definitely creating some beautiful dream work here. And then we also do have Ask Body. So I feel like you guys are going to be very sensitive. There's a highly sensitive energy in the month of August for you guys. I do also feel like you're going to feel all of your manifestations come to reality. The body is a symbol of physical manifestation. So I do feel like you guys are really doing that true alchemy from the past and weaving it into the web of your current future and into your current reality. And so I really feel like Ask Body is more of like a physical manifestation card over here, talking about your physical manifestations. I also feel like if you really listen to your gut, listen to your inner guidance, it's going to tell you a lot about kind of like some hidden stuff over here. Also, don't get too lost in the fairy tale. What I'm getting from this is also don't get too lost into the fairy tale-ness of it. Otherwise, you might be creating some unknown stuff over here. So fairy tales, they always come along with some like no bueno kind of like circumstances. So definitely watch out for being too lost into what you believe a fairy tale to be. Keep a lookout for the reality of it. It's not to say that you can't ever manifest something that's perfect. You absolutely can, but just, feel your intuition out. Feel it out. The next 3 cards that we have over here, we have the first house of the body and we have the body over here. Watch out for your guys' own health, okay? Make sure that you are respecting yourself. You're not moving too quickly. Always make sure that, you're feeling into your own gut, your own intuition. I do feel like lots of good things are going to be happening. I do feel like some chakra healing might be happening. I feel like some Kundalini awakening energy might be happening over here because we have the body and the body. This is also ruled by Aries, and so watch out about jumping into things too quickly. We don't want to jump in too quickly, otherwise they end up the flame ends up burning out just as quickly. Then we also have Aquarius, I know. And so this deals with the 11th house. This deals with some like flighty sort of energy. So let's see what else we have first, actually, then of course we have Aries, which is literally what I had just brought up over here. So with Aquarius, this person might be very interesting. So the things that you're manifesting into your life, I do feel like they're going to be entirely different, entirely new. I also feel like this new direction that you guys are going in, Aquarius energy, the person either could be an Aquarius or maybe have some sort of Aquarius energy. Aquarius is ruled by the planet Uranus, which brings in a lot of like unexpected energy. And so I do feel like this is happening to you very unexpectedly. I feel like it's going to be in a really random way, a way that's almost unpredictable. Aquarius also does rule social media, so there is a chance that you guys are going to meet on social media as well. Although we do have these two body cards, which really kind of lets me know like this in-person sort of flavor. Although what I'm kind of feeling is you guys might first talk very little bit on social media and might end up having like a meetup. So maybe you guys meet online, but then most of it happens in person eventually. So that could definitely be a a factor over here. But again, Aquarius is like the most unexpected thing. So again, I do feel like it's quite unexpected. It's like a wait a minute, what's happening over here? And then Aries again is popping up. So this is definitely like things might happen really quickly. Things might happen really unexpectedly, and right when they happen unexpectedly, all of a sudden it's just like, bam, then this new life has begun, and now, you know, you're living in this new life, all these new things are happening, and yeah, it's just entirely different than what you originally expected. And so the last two cards that we have over here is Goodwill and Original Self. Interesting. So Goodwill, I do feel like, again, lots of good fortune is ready to come in. We have Ocean Jasper over here. I don't know if you guys are going to be spending a lot of time by water, but I do feel like water manifestation might come in huge over here when we have Ocean Jasper coming up. So set your good intentions. I feel like a lot of it's going to start to manifest and pay off for you. And then Original Self, this is like, wow, I feel like you're going to be really like returning to who you really are. You're going to find who you really are, return back to your own center, your own core through this change. I feel like you've kind of been living in this state where you haven't really been fully connected to yourself, or you've had a lot of outside distractions around you, that kind of stuff. And I do feel like you're finally going to feel like you. I feel like this new person coming into your life is going to help you feel more like you. And you're really going to get into an alignment with the future that you've really wanted to create. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 3. Wow, we're already on pile number 3. Today's going by fast. So hope you have a good one, pile number 3. Hope you guys enjoyed your reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! All right, pile number 4. If you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your August love prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 4, this is what we have for you guys. We start off with the 6 of Pentacles being reversed, then we have the King of Cups upright, then we have High Priestess, and then we have the Fool. So what is all happening over here for you guys? When we have these 6 of Pentacles being reversed as the first card, this kind of lets me know that there may be an imbalance for you guys in your love life in the beginning of August. This is kind of like things are feeling like they're on, then they're feeling like they're off, they're feeling like they're here, they're feeling like they're there, they're feeling like they're kind of everywhere. There's some sort of like imbalance where maybe one person is giving more and one person is not giving as much. Or if you guys are single, again, it's just some sort of like imbalance. Maybe you guys are slightly interested in somebody, but then you're not interested in this person, but then it's kind of like this wave, this teeter-totter sort of effect. I'm seeing this teeter-totter effect, whether you guys are in a relationship or not. It's kind of like, am I in? Am I out? Am I there? Am I here? I don't really know. But the King of Cups over here as the next card, this kind of lets me know that you're really seeking emotional fulfillment in the month of August. You're really looking at what can fill your cup in completely. And I do feel like one thing that you guys are going to realize is that, okay, I'm kind of responsible for my own cup and I should really focus on filling my own cup and kind of doing it myself. And I do feel like there's something that you guys are a little bit hesitant on. I feel like you guys aren't fully opening up to somebody about something because I feel like you are feeling like this in and out sort of feeling, this here and there sort of feeling, this teeter-totter effect. And I feel like you guys might choose to stay a bit quiet about it, but you do have a lot of emotions about this topic where you guys are just like, you know, kind of undecided, but you have a deep knowing of like what's about to happen. It's like you feel in your gut what your gut's trying to tell you, and there's a very specific message here, but at the same time, I feel like you guys are like, not ready to fully open up about that yet because I haven't explored it deep enough. You haven't fully connected to that gut feeling quite yet, but I do feel like you will get there in the month of August where you're really just going to start to feel it and you're going to be like, okay, I got to set myself free. And so I do feel like by the end of August, you're like, okay, time to really, it's time to be free. And I do feel like you're going to get advice from someone. I do feel like this is a parent type of figure, or it's just maybe even a friend that's older than you or something, or just someone with more experience in this area. Almost getting like father type vibes from this, but I mean, who knows? It is a general reading, so I don't want to get too specific over here. But with this Fool card to end us off, I do feel like you guys are going to re-enter this sort of like single vibe. I feel like a ton of piles so far have been this sort of like single kind of energy. I mean, there was definitely one that was not about that at all. It wasn't about single energy at all, but I do feel like for some reason most of these are about freedom, letting yourself be free again, or just really like finding your own balance, finding your own voice, finding your own like the wave of air to breathe, I guess. So I do feel like, again, there's that teeter-totter effect. I feel like, you know, deep down inside in your gut, that you want this freedom. And I feel like that's why it's a teeter-totter, because I feel like you feel like you're being held back in a certain relationship, and it's really time to like be the fool and be set free, or maybe change the relationship dynamic in some sort of way where you feel more freedom here, where you feel like you can really speak your mind. This could also be finally being able to really get something off your chest that you've been meaning to get off your chest for some time, opening up to those deeper feelings, having those deeper conversations. This here doesn't necessarily indicate a breakup, although if it's been a casual thing, if this is a casual thing, this is absolutely kind of breaking that off. If this is already a deep relationship, this is kind of just changing the relationship dynamic to allow a little bit more freedom and really get something off of your chest that you've been meaning to get off for a while. If you guys are absolutely single and you haven't been seeing anybody, I do feel like you're letting go of a certain maybe interest that you guys had, and you're just finally like, you know what, I'm ready to go and explore different options. Then we have the Atlantis card, rapid development, excellence, success. And then we have, divine sensuality, making love, and a word that I probably can't say on YouTube. So with this Atlantis card over here, rapid development, excellence, and success, this is like, wow. I do feel like you guys are really kind of stepping into your own energy. You're like, I really need to focus a little bit more on what makes me happy, what fills my cup, so that I can like not have this teeter-totter effect, not have this in and out sort of effect. So I do feel like you guys are rapidly developing. I think in terms of love, you guys are going to be developing so quickly with your knowledge of, who you want to be in a relationship, what a good balanced relationship actually looks like, and then divine sensuality. And so I do feel like it could be a pretty heated month in the month of August for some of you guys. This can be, just pretty heated month. So can be that. Don't want to go too far into that card too much, but I do feel like you guys are getting more in touch with like your own freedom, your own balance. As you get more tapped into your own true nature, I feel like you guys are going to get more inspired, a bit more passionate, and there could also be an opportunity, somebody coming into your life. This can be a very quick, spontaneous thing coming into your life by the end of August. So definitely keep that in mind as well. Then we also do have paradox over here. Then we have surrender, and then we have connect to heart. So paradox. So one thing that you guys might be realizing is that this sort of imbalance is being caused by you and somebody else. It's not just somebody else, and it's not just you. I feel like you guys might realize that it's kind of a two-way street. You also might realize that like the ironic way to fix the relationship is what the problem actually was, and then just fixing it based on that. I do feel like the solution to your current problem is gonna be a bit of a paradox, honestly. And then we do also have this surrender card over here. So with the surrender card, I do feel like you guys are going to really, kind of reminds me of the paradox, like solution sort of thing that I was just talking about. I feel like you're going to have to really like just let go of it, enter that freedom. If you let go of this, I feel like it's going to solve itself, honestly. Where usually, we have to like really put our hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into solving a problem in order to have it solved. I honestly feel like the solution's so easy. If you just kind of like surrender to it, I feel like it kind of fixes itself. And I do see a lot of like good things just coming into your life in the month of August in terms of love with this Atlantis card. I feel like there might be a past life relationship entering your life, someone from your past that you feel really connected with, and it might set off a huge spark for you guys, some excitement. And then we also have connect to heart over here. So I feel like you're going to really realize who truly does connect to your heart. Which one makes you the most fulfilled? Having which type of person makes you the most fulfilled? And I do feel like you're going to be like, okay, I want someone who's going to real spark me up over here. The next three cards that we have for you guys, we have, Leo, I will. Then we have Sagittarius, I see. And then we have Cancer, I feel. So we have all sign cards here. So with Leo, I feel like you guys are definitely going to be in the spotlight a lot. I feel like you guys are going to be very interested in making yourself look really good. I feel like you guys might be changing something up about your looks in order to kind of impress somebody. In the month of August, I feel like you're going to really want someone's attention, or someone will want your attention in the month of August, since Leo screams the word attention. And so I do feel like there's someone who's going to really want your attention. You're going to get a lot of attention from somebody particularly. Then we do also have Sagittarius. I feel like there's going to be a lot of spontaneous, passionate energy coming in. I feel like it's going to be, again, quite spontaneous. You might even be talking to someone who lives a bit farther away from you, or maybe you have to travel in order to meet each other, or maybe you're going to do some sort of like meetup with somebody. I don't really know, but be careful if you do, because there's a lot of like weird online people. So I mean, like, I'm really going to put out there and I'm really going to stress, be careful if you meet people online, please. Then we also do have Cancer, I feel. So I do feel like you're going to really get in touch with your emotions, what really actually fulfills you truly on the deepest levels. And I feel like you're going to be really into attracting that. But again, I also do feel like you're making spontaneous decisions about changing up maybe the way that you look. This could also mean with Sagittarius that we are interested in somebody who's a different culture than us as well. So I do feel like there's possibly someone from a different culture coming into your life, or maybe you currently have someone in your life that is from a different culture and you're going through all of these different sort of like making your way through these different obstacles of life, as of course we all do during all periods of our lives. And our last two cards that we have over here, one of them just fell out of my hand. We have Sacred Play, and then we have She Shall Always Prevail. Ooh, so I do feel like, again, you're going to have a lot of success in your life, especially in love during the month of August. It might not necessarily feel that way when I look at these cards, and the vibe that I really get is like solutions to what you're facing in the beginning of August. And so I do feel like you're always going to prevail. If you guys are in a relationship, I feel like things are going to work themselves out. You guys will prevail. You will get over it. The solution will be a like surrendering, and it's going to be a paradoxical kind of like solution to the thing where you realize, oh, it was that easy the whole time. Okay. Sacred Play, I do feel like a lot of sensuality, a lot of passion is going to be involved with you guys in the month of August. There's going to be a lot of like excitement, sparks coming off, getting really excited about someone to the point where you're just like, you don't want to stop talking to them, and you really want to impress them, or somebody really wants to impress you. And we have Leo, they really want to take care of you. They really want to see you. They really want to see you. I feel like someone really wants to meet up with you and see you in the month of August, and that might be happening for you guys. And yeah, it might catch you in the feels a lot. So again, lots of passion, lots of attention. Someone really wants to see you guys. So that is what I see for you guys. Pile number 4, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Woo! All right, pile number 5. If you guys chose this pile, this is going to be your August 2020 love prediction. So let's hop right into it. All right, so pile number 5, this is what we have for you guys for your love prediction. We have the Wheel of Fortune being reversed, then we have Temperance being reversed, then we have the 5 of Wands being reversed, and then we end it off with the Well card, which is like a new sort of major arcana card in this particular deck that I'm using today. So first off, what I'm really getting for you guys is that maybe you guys are in a long distance relationship. If you guys are in a long distance relationship, you've absolutely picked the right pile. This doesn't always mean long distance, but it can also mean that we are currently not really, our schedules aren't meeting up with our current partner. If you guys are in a relationship, or maybe you guys are in a long distance relationship. It can mean either of those two things. If you guys are single, this can just mean that we feel like things aren't really going our way love-wise. It's like we're not really meeting the right people. Everyone that we're meeting, we're not really vibing with. We're not really feeling it. There's not really that kind of deep connection that we're really looking for. And so during the month of August, when we start off with that Wheel of Fortune being reversed, I do feel like it's a time of kind of like, you're supposed to be a little bit more alone right now. It's the universe's timing of being like, okay, it's time to rest and recuperate and focus a bit on you. And so talking about your love life when Wheel of Fortune is reversed is definitely more of a me time. I need to go take a bath. I need to, rejuvenate myself. I need to really focus on my own energy. What drives me? Because I will say, if you guys want to manifest love into your life, the way to do that, if you want to manifest, your current relationship going well, or manifest, your soulmate or twin flame coming in, the only way to do that is to start to live that life now. Be your own soulmate, be your own twin flame, to where you fall in love with your life so much that you're already feeling that love, because that love is the vibration that if you are resonating at that vibration, you're going to attract more of that vibration. And so then you attract your divine counterpart with that same method. And so You have to be your own soulmate. And so right now is a time, if you're noticing that your relationship is feeling a little bit wonky lately, or if you're feeling like, okay, well, I feel like I'm in a dry spell where I'm not really meeting anyone, I'm not interested in anyone that I'm meeting. If you guys are feeling like that, it's because you need to focus on yourself. You need to make yourself very interesting. Not saying that you guys are boring, not at all, but I just feel like you guys have been a little bit more aware of what is currently lacking in your life. And what you need to do is flip that switch to be aware of all the abundance that's around you. Be aware of how much love currently surrounds you, whether you guys have a pet, whether you guys have great friends, whether you guys have a family member that you really like, whatever the case may be. I do feel like there is abundance that you guys can look at. And then also what you guys need to do is take that time to rejuvenate. Go take a walk outside. Go do something that you really love to do that fills you with so much joy. And as you begin to align with that frequency more, you begin to attract more things that you enjoy. And then you start to love life a lot more as you begin to rake in those new rewards and those new feelings of abundance and those new feelings of love and fun. You begin to attract more of it. And then as you resonate with that high vibe frequency, you attract your counterpart in that high vibe frequency. Or at least your current relationship will start to get a lot more better and a lot more passionate and a lot more fun, because wherever you look, that is where you are headed. So if you're always noticing what you do not have, you're headed into more of the I do not have it. If you're focused on, oh, look at all these amazing things I have, you're going to head more towards, oh my God, look at all these amazing things I have. Look at what road you're facing. It will tell you exactly where you're going. I know a lot of people, I know I'm going on a tangent over here and we're only talking about the first card so far, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But essentially, like, I know a lot of people, they don't like playing the gratitude game because they feel like, oh, well, if I loved my life so much the way that it already was, wouldn't I just stay stagnant into where I already am? No. It does not work out that way. Your emotions tell you which way you're facing. They're literally, Abraham calls it your emotional guidance system. And so what this means is that if you are feeling negative emotion, or you're noticing negative things, or you're noticing the lack thereof, even if you have a conscious image of what you do want, but you're noticing the lack of it, that means you're looking down this road, which is the lack of it. You are literally walking there. Wherever your energy goes, that's where the energy will flow. If you are looking at your abundance, if you are looking at the gratitude towards what you do have, you're going down the road of attracting more and more and more and more and more and more and more of it. So that is the secret to life. Look at what you're focused on. Temperance being reversed over here. Again, I do feel like you guys are feeling like there's a distance. You guys are feeling this lack. You guys are feeling this like disconnect. Like things aren't really flowing the way that you want them to flow. You need to change your flow. You need to change your energetic flow. Whenever we have temperance reversed, you need to change your energetic flow, because right now you're trying to mix oil and water, but you're not taking the emulsifier that helps mix them. And right now they're just not mixing. So what you guys need to do is bind it together with that ultimate gratitude, that pure feeling of you living your greatest vibe. Once you get into that greatest vibe, again, you attract everything that's equal to that. Then with this Five of Wands being reversed over here, again, I feel like this is kind of just like feeling like you're not meeting someone that matches up with you very well. It's always like you guys are noticing the flaws in certain people, or if you're currently in a relationship, you're noticing a lot of the flaws in them right now. I feel like you guys are kind of bickering with each other, poking at each other. Or again, if you guys are single, it's like you're noticing again what you do not have, or even if, you know, there is a potential that comes in and says hi, you're kind of like, nope, they don't have even half the things on my checklist. They're not the one, da 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 da. The more you notice the lack, the more you get the lack. It doesn't mean that you have to be involved with the people that, you know, don't have what you want, but it doesn't mean that you have to notice so much of, you don't have to let it get you down emotionally, is what I'm saying. Still be that high vibe. You don't have to go date them. That's fine. You can still be like, oh, no, I'm not looking for that. But then just return back into your own good feelings. Be thankful for what you do have. Start to be your own soulmate, and you will begin to attract your soulmate. The Well over here, I feel like you guys you need to make a wish, okay? In the month of August, you guys need to really be clear about what you do want to attract into your life. The Well is where we make our wishes, right, guys? And so this is a card coming up from Spirit saying, what do you guys want? put your intentions into a little coin, flip it into a wishing well. You don't actually have to do that, of course. You can just write down your intentions or something like that, whatever you guys want to do. But you guys need to be clear about what you do want, and then you guys need to look in that direction. You guys need to envelop yourself in those good feelings. And so the month of August for you is kind of realizing this and kind of getting back on track so that you can attract what you do want rather than what you do not want. The next two cards that we have for you guys, we have air, ooh, and then we have beauty. So air over here, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies, ooh. So air can just mean that you're going to be involved with a lot of air signs this month, which is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or it can just be talking about the fact that there's going to be a lot of communication. I do feel like you guys will be scripting. This is interesting. I feel like you're really going to start to realize that what you, like the air that you breathe is like the manifestation. Whatever you breathe in, that's what you end up getting. So if you are focused again in that direction, wherever you're sending your air, wherever you're putting your air, that's what you're feeding. Because as you can see, they're kind of like, you know, underwater feeding each other. Like, you know how mermaids would like take men underwater? I don't know if you guys know about this, like folklore, but mermaids would take certain men underwater. And since mermaids can breathe underwater, they would breathe air into the human to keep them underwater for longer. And so whatever you guys want to create, look at where you're breathing that air. Look at where you're putting your energy. Are you putting your energy over there? Are you putting your energy over there? Kind of like everything that I was kind of saying before. It correlates a lot. So you guys are a beautiful mermaid. Watch what you're feeding. Are you focusing too much on the energy of like, oh, look at all of these men that want me, but I don't want them. Look at all of these women that da-da-da-da-da. Whatever the case may be. Where are you feeding your energy? Because that's what you're going to get more of. Focus on what you do want instead. And then beauty over here, grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. So this is about changing your attitude. Change your attitude to what you do want. Focus on what lights up your eye. Focus on the things that you really want in someone. Focus on the good qualities of somebody. If you guys are in a relationship, start to focus on the beautiful aspects of them. Start to focus on what makes you alive about them, what excites you about them, what are their good qualities, and start to really, once you focus on those and you put more energy towards those are going to be the personality traits that end up coming out and exuding from that person more and more often. So you're going to need to start to focus on those and also what you're attracting. So if you guys are single, the more you focus on what you do want rather than what you don't want, again, the more that you're attracting that. So I feel like that's one of the biggest kind of things that you're going to be like shifting during the month of August. Then our next three cards over here, we have the Outlaw. So you guys are going to need to boot out the old way of being. You guys are going to really need to boot it out. You're going to need to boot out some old thinking patterns, some old ways of being, da-da-da-da-da. Send it the boot. And then we also release all of those old things. First, you got to kick it with the boot, and then you got to just be like, okay, I release it. It's done. No longer a part of me. I'm moving on to a fresh lily pad where I'm going to enjoy myself. Not the dark lily pad that I've just kind of like been sitting on this whole time, but it's not the lily pad I want to be on. Whew. Time to go to the new lily pad. And then we also have Speak Truth. Speak about the things that you do want. And also, you know, like start to, I feel like this is about changing your outlook as well. I feel like this is a huge like outlook change, a huge perspective change. And with Speak Truth, you might have to notice that the more that you speak your truth, the more that you're honest and you're really just open and honest without having like the harshness of it, just be open and honest. Release your feelings, release people, release this, release that. The more that you can just speak and be open, I feel like you're going to solve so many things within. So many things. The next three cards that we have over here, we have fourth house of roots, then we have Chiron of healing, then we have Jupiter of abundance. Whew! So then, okay, with this fourth house over here, with your roots, where you're currently rooted, I feel like you guys are going through this big uprooting in the month of August where you guys are like, okay, I'm going to go to a new lily pad. Fourth house of roots could also mean that, well, it is a love reading, so I'm not going to predict that you guys are going to move somewhere new, but maybe you guys are. Also with the Five of Wands, this can indicate that someone might be coming into your life that's from a different culture, a different background. Then with Chiron of healing, I do feel like you guys are going to need to heal your old way of your old perspective, your old way of looking at life, that kind of jazz, kind of like what I was talking about. I know I end up repeating myself a lot of the times because sometimes the cards bounce off of each other so well that they kind of reiterate the same sort of stuff. We are actually in Chiron retrograde right now. I believe we're still in it, which is going to deal a lot of like our old past wounds, old things that we need to clear up from the past, old thinking patterns, old exes from the past, things that we didn't learn in previous relationships are going to be coming back up. Then with Jupiter of abundance, I do feel like the more that you focus on this abundance, you're going to start to really manifest it. And it's going to manifest really quick because it's almost been waiting at your doorstep. Like, I feel like all of your dreams and desires have been waiting at your doorstep, but you've been too busy looking at all of the things that you don't want in your garage to turn around and just open up your front door and be like, oh dang, it was right here the whole time. I was waiting for that Amazon order, but I was looking at all of the previous Amazon orders that I got that were not correct, and they've just been sitting in my garage, and I don't know what the F to do with them. But if you just turn around, you just forget about them, let them deal with themselves, call the UPS guy, he'll come pick it up, and then go to your front door, and you realize that, oh, Amazon sent me all the right things. They did rectify my order. Oops. Like, I really feel like that is going to be kind of how it ends up working out for you guys. I feel like abundance is going to flow right in as soon as you change your perspective and start to realize that, oh, I can look in a different direction. Start looking at the front door instead of the back door, essentially. All right, so read the energy. So read your own energy. Start to become really sensitive to your own energy. What are you feeling on a daily basis? Are you feeling negative about your current life and your current situations? Because that's, again, what you're going to be manifesting, all the things that I've been saying before. Also, read the energy. I feel like new things are coming into your life. So I feel like you're going to get a little bit of psychic downloads about it. So really start to listen to your own gut, all that jazz. And then we have sacred ecosystem. Ooh. So I do feel like you guys, you're on the verge of creating like a new sort of reality for yourself. And I also feel like this is talking about the fact that you have everything around you that you need in order to manifest all of this abundance. Okay? I also feel like this is saying that, you know, your guides, your angels, your ancestors are here with you during this time, and it's really time for a perspective shift. And I feel like you guys are just going to like massively start to reap the rewards and reap the benefits. If you guys are focused too hard on negative energy, and you're focused too hard on like, oh, she said this to me, he did this to me, this person did this to me, oh my God. If you're too focused on that, things are going to be no bueno. It's time to release that stuff. Release it. Let it go. It's in the past. It's fine. Sacred ecosystem, you have all of this energy that's around you that is ready to help push you forward towards abundance. I feel like you guys, you know, you do really deserve it, but it's about letting go of these negative mindsets, letting go of this negative stuff. Release it. Speak only truth. Speak positivity. Stop letting your words be like muffled up by blah. It's time to really let the beauty shine. And through that is where this abundance kind of comes through. So that is what I'm seeing for you guys. Pile number 5 for your love prediction for August. Again, there is some muff happening, but that will all clear away as you change your perspective. So that is what I see for you guys. Pile number 5. Hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, don't forget to give it a really big thumbs up for me. Hit that subscribe button down below if you have not already. And I will see you guys in my next video.